Peoria. Videomax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Mark Edelman and Megan Trainor. Aren't they cute? Regional news with Shauna Seaver and Corey Ziegler. Arts and doings on the sketchpad with Ryan Williamson and Melanie McHugh. Your Midstate special reporters are Angie Schweers, Josh Simon, Jack the Man Shampoo, Brandon Johnson, and Eric Brinker. And now, from the Global Communications Center at Bradley University, in America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, with Megan Trainor and Mark Edelman.
Hello and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Mark Edelman.
And I'm Megan Trainor. Today's show is all about the people of our area, Mark, the people of Central Illinois.
All right, now you know, Megan, how much I love vacations. In fact, when I was a kid, I would pretend that I was married to Kathy Lee Gifford, and we would go on our own Carnival Cruise Line trips together.
Mark, what did Frank say when he found out about this?
He was probably happy that it wasn't Regis.
No, okay, I'll give you that much. At any rate, you loved your vacations, real or not, and who doesn't love a vacation? I mean, that's why we have a few stories in the news desk today to tell us how to plan a vacation, how to finance a vacation, and if we're lucky, Mark, Shauna and Corey might even tell us how to pack for our vacations.
Now, Megan, you actually are going away to Los Angeles to visit me over Christmas, and of course, you're going to have to deal with El Nino. Oh, El Nino. Of course, El Nino can affect anyone's vacations plans or real-life plans this year. And we have our special guest from WEEK Channel 25, Lee Ranson, who's going to tell us about all the effects of El Nino. And
for those of you who are planning to head down south this season, we have a special introduction to Zydeco music. I believe I said it right. With us in the sketchpad are CJ Chinier and the Red Hot Louisiana Band. All right, let's get excited. But first, why don't we go to the news desk with our good buddies, Shauna and Corey. Take it away, guys. Zydeco. It's Zydeco, Mark.
Hi, I'm Corey Ziegler.
And I'm Shauna Seaver. Welcome to this edition of Midstate News.
If you've ever wanted to take a spur-of-the-moment vacation and have found that your financial situation won't allow you to do so, you might want to find a local bank in which will budget your income for such spur-of-the-moment trips. Local banks are now allowing you to open small bank accounts which will randomly deposit and save money from your main bank account. The system will deposit selected increments each month or week as desired by the customer. Banks are also allowing specific savings accounts for the holiday season.
Well, you might want to start saving your money for that spur-of-the-moment trip now. Travel Times Travel Agency recently released the top 5 hotspots for discounted spring break vacations for next year. Leading the pack is Acapulco, Mexico, followed by Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Frisco, Colorado, Water Valley, New Hampshire, and Cabo San Lucas. Most discounted vacations offered by Travel Times are under $500. If you would like to know more information on these hotspots, you can visit Travel Times on the web at www.traveltimes.com.
We've all dreamed about taking the perfect trip, but where would you go if you could go anywhere you would like to visit? Angie Schweers goes to the Peoria local airport to give us this special report.
When the sun stops shining and the temperatures start dropping, Central Illinois isn't quite paradise. Today we took our cameras to the Greater Peoria Regional Airport to ask world-class travelers what they considered to be the vacation of their dreams.
Ireland, Scotland, and England, and then Hawaii. Those are my dream spots.
Disney World.
Probably London. I just feel very comfortable there. Or Germany. I'm kind of iffy, but probably someplace overseas.
Bodies in the sand.
At my grandma's house where my kittens are.
I want to go to Australia.
The beaches of Hawaii.
That's where we wanna go.
Jamaica.
That'd have to be Greece.
I'd have to say Italy because I have a lot of ancestors there and I'd like to kind of store my roots or whatever. So probably Italy.
Whether it's Hawaii or Germany, residents of Central Illinois definitely have many interesting destinations in mind. I'm Angie Schweers, Midstate Magazine.
If you've been planning a vacation this holiday season or just visiting home, you might have become aware of the recent emphasis on weather conditions. Today we are joined by meteorologist Lee Ranson to discuss one much talked about weather condition, El Nino. Thank you for joining us today, Lee.
Glad to be with you. Everyone's talking about the El Nino this year.
Yes, they are. And what exactly is El Nino?
El Nino is a warming of the waters in the Pacific off the coast of South America, off the coast of Peru and Ecuador. And what happens, the water is right now about 9 or 10 degrees warmer than it normally is this time of the year, which means it will cause a lot of storms in the Pacific Ocean. And that, of course, affects weather over the entire continent. It affects really more of the folks over in the Asia area than it will us, although it will affect the west coast of the United States immensely.
Oh, wow. Now, what exactly will it affect the central Illinois area?
Our area is probably one of the luckier ones because we actually are looking for a milder winter, January, February, and March. Look like they're going to be milder temperature-wise, less precipitation, which probably means less snow and ice.
Oh, wow.
The only problem we're going to have is probably this summer because it's calling for a drought over the Midwest. And the last big El Nino effect in this area was back in '88 when we had a severe drought. Crops were practically down to 15 and 20% of what they normally are over the state of Illinois during '88. This is a very similar situation, so we could have a real problem on the drought situation, but the rest of it sounds pretty good for the winter anyway for us.
Wow. Now, how does El Nino affect your ability to accurately predict the weather?
It really helps, especially the people in the hurricane centers, because what it will do, it takes the hurricanes that were in the Atlantic and it just diminishes them. It does create more typhoons, which is the hurricanes over in the western area, over around parts of Japan and the valley areas there. They'll have a real severe problem there with their weather. But as far as our weather itself, it really makes it easier to predict the long range. Doesn't do a thing on short range. We were kind of looking for something to help us on short range forecasts, but nothing really helps Midwest there. You just have to live here and live through it.
Now, what kind of effects will El Nino have on the rest of the world?
The world is really going to be a problem because the West Coast is going to be the biggest problem for us here in the United States because they're going to get an immense amount of rain. They're going to have the severe mudslides, the flooding problems. They're going to have floods even into the Arizona desert areas. It's going to affect Chile. Chile has a desert area which sometimes doesn't receive rain for 10 or 11 years. Now they're getting rain already and it's flowering and they have flooding problems and everything else already in Chile. And as I say, it's also going to affect the folks in the far east because they're going to have a lot more typhoons.
Well, thank you for being with us today, Lee, for all
Thank
the
you.
information, and we'll keep an eye on your local forecast.
Thanks, my pleasure.
With most sports coming to a conclusion this fall, one athlete keeps herself active even when her sport is in hibernation. Josh Simon has that story.
For most students, college isn't about academics only. Athletics are important too. Junior Erica Nash is one of many student athletes who says it's not always easy to do both.
The fact that you get home late from practice and you're tired and you don't want to do your homework and you're not in class half the time.
The coaches keep track of the progress of all of the volleyball players in the classroom.
And every week they're required to turn in a sheet to us that has all their returned work, whether it's a test, a quiz.
Erica spends 15 hours a week in class, 12 hours a week on the court practicing, and that doesn't even include game time. So does she have time for anything else?
Saturday night, that's about it. I mean, because Sunday you're busy doing homework or, you know, going to support other teams, but Saturday night is really the only night that we ever do anything.
So with all that hard work, is there an advantage to being a student athlete?
It really helps with teamwork because, like with my major, teamwork is a big thing. And I feel that, you know, you have to be like a leader off the court, you know, and a leader in the classroom.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Josh Simon.
This has been Shauna Seaver.
And I'm Corey Ziegler for this edition of Midstate News. Mark, Megan?
All right, thanks, Sean and Corey. You guys rock. I've got to tell you, oh, El Nino. Whoever El Nino's press person is, El Nino is bigger than Oprah Winfrey this year. It is the biggest thing since sliced bread. And I was telling you, I've been through a few El Ninos myself.
Mark.
I remember one year during my freshman year of high school, there was a mudslide in front of my high school. The entire street was evacuated. The
Oh my
school
gosh.
closed down.
Did it ruin your school? Did it do anything like the structure?
Ruin the parking lot and so forth. So El Nino is definitely a very dangerous phenomenon, but fun at the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean you guys have earthquakes out there.
It's
and,
like living in the Bible.
Oh my goodness. and you know, Mark, I have a question for you since you know so much about El Nino.
Oh, El Nino.
Where does the name El Nino come from?
Well, of course, in El Nino in Spanish is the boy.
Right,
and
but the boy,
in
water.
Chilean society, hundreds of years ago, El Nino actually worked to describe one of the gods that controlled the warming of the water. And the boy was, of course, the person who controlled that water. Hence the Chilean name, the boy, El Nino.
El Nino, the warming of the water.
Bigger than Oprah these days, I tell you.
Yeah. You know, I'm scared. We're going out to LA this winter, and you know, I don't want to be caught in a mudslide. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, El Nino. All right, we're back, and you know what? It's getting time for our musical segment.
You're right.
The Midstate Magazine concert time.
Well, concert, arts, and culture, yeah, it's all the same.
Of course, one of my favorite concerts that I've ever been to was Kenny G. I love Kenny G. I had the opportunity to see him over Christmas last year. Great thing about Kenny G, he's so magical. What he does is he'll be on stage, he'll be blowing in his saxophone and, you know, yada, yada, yada. And he'll be doing it, and all of a sudden the lights will go dim, and he disappears. But the music still plays. And then you turn around, and there he is.
Behind you.
And he's in the stands, and it's great. He's got such a wonderful interaction and just personal interlude with all the individuals there. Kenny G will unify our world.
Well, now, wasn't one of your other favorite artists there with Kenny?
Toni Braxton, hottie. Oh, yeah. I love Toni. She was great. She did a few of her songs, and they actually do a couple duets. So
really,
it's kind
they
of
do.
interesting.
That's really interesting. You know, I'm not the biggest concert fan in the world, but you know, I've been to a few, and I have to say the most embarrassing one I've ever been to, Mark, New Kids, twice.
The right stuff.
You know, I'll go occasionally, but I'm not the biggest experienced music.
Well, there you go.
I've
seen a lot of people. Boyz II Men, Whitney Houston, Prince, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire, Madonna.
Wow. You're very diva.
Very diva.
You like the diva music.
Sublime. I've seen a fair
Sublime.
share.
There you go.
You know, yin and yang of the music world and so forth.
Well, your musical adventures always astound me. So how are the piano lessons coming? You know, Chopsticks is due soon.
We're working on them, but you know what? I think we'll continue that as far as for the rest of the season. At the end, I will do a concert, so I promise. But you know what? We have to go to the sketch pad right now, where our good buddies Melanie and Brian are there. Take it away. And of course, we have CJ Chinier and of course the Hot Louisiana Band.
Hi,
Hi, welcome to the Sketchpad. I'm Melanie McGue.
And I'm Brian Williamson. So tell us, Melanie, have you ever been to Louisiana before?
Well, I've been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. What a great time.
I'm sure it was, but I'm not looking for New Orleans here. I'm looking for Louisiana, like Cajun country, way down there.
Oh, you mean places like Lafayette, Breaux Bridge, Opelousas, Plaisance?
Yeah, those were the ones I was looking for.
It might interest you to know, Brian, Opelousas was where Jim Bowie was born.
Hey, that was the guy that invented the Bowie knife, right? That's it.
Yep, and that Plaisance is where they have the annual Zydeco Music Festival.
Oh, Zydeco, what?
Zydeco.
It's
a blend of Cajun, Creole, jazz, and blues. That was one of the music formats that led into rock and roll.
This is amazing. I'm looking to see if you've been to Louisiana, and turns out you're a human encyclopedia. Incredible.
Actually, I just did a little research on our next group. C.J. Chenier's dad was the father of Zydeco, Clifton Chenier, who died in 1987. C.J. and the band are carrying on a family tradition.
Yes, they are, and we're proud to have them here in Central Illinois right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Plaisance, Louisiana, here is C.J. Chenier and the Red Hot Louisiana Band.
Everybody ready? Hey! Let's the Bonjour Roulette! Woke up this morning, that a woman was gone. Ain't had no loving since that woman been gone. Hey, babe, come on out with me. Woo, hey, babe, come on out with me, yeah. Ain't had no loving since that woman been gone. Hey. Up this morning, my baby was gone. Woke up this morning, that woman was gone. And no loving, that woman been gone. One more time, fellas. Hey, babe, come on out with me. Woo, hey, hey, babe, come on out with me, yeah. And no loving. That woman been gone. Try a little bit of buckwheat, baby. Sitting on my dollar, waiting for my dollar, Sitting on my ya-ya, waiting for my dollar. It's funny, but I don't think it's funny anyhow. Yeah. Baby, hurry, don't make me worry. Yeah. Baby, hurry, don't make me worry. You know that I love you, Lord, how I love you. Yeah, that's why.
Wow, they were great. Our thanks to CJ Chenier, Warren Caesar on horn and vocals, and Big Harry Hippolyte on lead guitar.
That was really something else. I'm so impressed. Can we get him back here next year?
I think that can be arranged, but for now, it's time to get out of here.
That it is. Thank you for joining us again on another edition of the Sketchpad. We'll see you next week. Mark, Megan?
Wow, I can see why they're called a Red Hot Band. I just want to get up and dance. It was like eating a jalapeno.
I gotta tell you, those people out there, they were going crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. It was
wow.
definitely interesting. And, you know, I now have been exposed to Zydeco music. I think I said it right this time finally. Zydeco. Okay, I'm never going to get it right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's
it
one
was
of those
interesting
things
blend.
you don't know what it is, but you love it. It's kind of like the way to describe certain things. I don't know what it is when I have it, but I love it, and I want more.
You want more? Mark, I bet you we can get you more if you want more. You know, we'll go look it up in the Zydeco section.
Not as
the
good as
CD
Kenny
store.
G, though.
Well, you know, everyone to each their own or whatever.
All right. Well, we're going to take time for another break, but we'll be right back after this. All righty then. Do you know what I almost just did?
No.
I almost described it too. Hey, we're back. All righty then. And Megan, we were just talking about singing Grease songs from Summer Lovin'. You know, as far as where's your dream vacation spot?
Well, you know, the weather is getting yucky outside, and there's this one dream vacation
Somewhere
I've
with
always
me.
wanted to go. Well, no, but I've always wanted to go to Australia and go scuba diving in like the Great Barrier Reef.
My mother went to Australia.
Of course.
And she got
Someone else.
bounced off the plane by the band Oingo Boingo.
Who are Oingo Boingo?
They were very popular about 12 years ago, and my mother was on the plane, and Oingo Boingo decided they needed more seats, and they kicked my mother off the plane.
But
in
she eventually
Sydney.
made it to Australia?
Yeah. So anyway, why don't we introduce our new video that we have from a great student here on Bradley's campus. It's fabulous. It's exciting. It's riveting. It's going to be on VH1 next week, I believe. Why don't we take a look at it?
We've had a great show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you
We'll
next
see you
time.
guys soon. Bye-bye.